Good evening, officer.
Hello, name's Plainclothes Detective Keith. As we discussed on Friday, everything you say here will be recorded. Now, state your name.
This is the ManciniTheAmazing channel, and I am Electric. Please like and subscribe.
Now, why do you think I might be talking to you today, mate?
This is part of what I understand to be an ongoing investigation into the Shogun Bait's outstanding performance in this season 16 of the VGC Battle League Standard.
Yeah, just had a couple of rumors I heard. Why don't we just start with some of the videos that we've provided, and I'll just go through it one by one with you, okay, mate?
All right.
Righty, so explain what's happening here, son.
You see a pretty standard lead here. You know, you Tornadus, and then the Naganadal Dragapult combination, as it's well known.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing this here. Supreme, huh? Interesting. Blizzard. And then we've got... Okay. Right. Hold up! Hold up! Alrighty, mate. Yeah, so... I see what your Songmont just did. Raising its stats, huh? Yeah,
Yep.
I was, want to
Yes,
talk
officer.
about that, son?
Pretty ordinary occasional things. You see, you got 2 knockouts there with the heat wave. So, you know, as I'm sure a seasoned detective like you would be well aware, this is some legal prescription over-the-counter beast boost. Actually, I think over-the-counter is not prescription. That's fine.
Yes, exactly. Don't you try to dance around that, Sonny Jim. Now, you know, because as I said, I'm a great detective. I know and you know you need a prescription for that. Do you have a prescription for that?
Why, yes, officer. I think you'll find that I obtained that prescription on the day of the draft.
We'll be checking that. Continue.
All right. Now we resume play. We see my opponent shifts into the Chandelure here with the Rod of Frost. You'd normally expect maybe like a flash fire from that Chandelure in this set.
Thunderbolt. That's a good play, son. Good play, son. Burning jealousy. What's he got to be jealous about? I wonder.
It's probably the prescription drugs. It's not
I'm
good.
just noticing there that critical hit. Just want to write that down here. Now, we'll have to, of course, make sure that that was above
Regulation.
board. But, yeah. I think, any thoughts, any comments you wanted to make about this particular set, I believe it's called, sir?
I think this is in general, the sort of game that you'd expect a team like this to exceed pretty well in, right? Your opponent's leading with a pretty passive sort of lead in that first game, which enables the offensive momentum enabled by the Naganadal and the Dragapult to really position effectively, and being able to get that early beast boost meant that even the Chandelure resist here, which conveniently I think was infiltrator rather than flashfire, was just not able to pose an effective resistance to my fire type dragon type.
Now let's make sure that this offensive positioning of yours doesn't turn into offenses. Yeah?
As you say, detective.
Set 2. Let's go. This is, I believe, Exhibit 2, potentially. Sorry. Shouldn't say that. Hasn't been to court yet. Now.
To right, you.
What do we got here?
Officer Linus. We see another a pretty standard lead of the exact same lead as the last set.
You do seem to enjoy that particular lead, don't you? Would you say that it was often?
Oh, sometimes, especially in moments like this.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay, stop right there again, sir. Now, I think
What
you were
seems to be the
probably
problem?
trying to... You were probably trying to, squeeze it on to make sure I didn't notice, but... I see that a Draco Meteor killed through a Haban Berry. Now, I believe I'm not, providing any new information when I tell you that Haban Berry is supposed to reduce Dragon-type damage.
Indeed it is, officer.
Now then, I suppose there have been cases, rumours that I've heard about Haban berries and all sorts of berries being replaced by simple sugar cubes.
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that, officer. Is that something you read in the Courier Mail?
That's something I didn't just read it in the Courier Mail, son. I read it in the Australian. Now then, what's very important is that, I suppose, the other worry I have here is that you have this King Gambit's, little mirror herb activating from a boost in special attack. But what I see here is I see a Pokemon that has had its special attack lowered.
Well, officer, you see, the special attack was lowered by 2 stages, but it was also raised by 1 stage. And this King Gambit here, my opponent clearly was a masterful prepper who had, I'm sure, everything sorted out in their heads, and they knew exactly how they were going to take advantage of this +1 special attack King Gambit.
You seem to know an awful lot about your opponent's preparation, almost like you scouted ahead and potentially sabotaged some of their stuff, but I suppose we can move on for now.
Alright, resume play here.
Oh,
there we see
Arceus,
my item
yes.
activating in a way which is entirely regulation.
And a burn too. Oh, how unfortunate for the opponent.
Well, it's just the
Looks
will of the
like
wisp.
going up. Your opponent's really going to struggle to deal damage there. 22 on a low kick. Wow.
I guess that's what they get for going too low.
I see. I can see victim blaming here. Okay.
Well, Shotty got low. I mean,
Yes,
ultimate
I know.
team.
I know the forbidden words with those baggy sweatpants.
Some have even suggested, and this may be too much, but the Reeboks with the straps.
They hit the floor. Next thing you know.
I wouldn't know anything about
Sure.
any bodies hitting floors, officer.
Just wanted to. Let's if you say so. There.
Well, you see, very tactical cleanup here.
I see. Yes. Now. Just wanted to ask. Did you really need 1,000 arrows to do that final 8%? Don't you think 200, perhaps 300, would have gotten the job done in the end?
Well, your officer, my mother always told me to be as thorough as possible. You don't want any kings, bishops, or pawns standing out in the way of progress. Least of all, in the way of Gucci fashion. Leave a comment down below if you like Gucci. I don't know.
Did your mother also describe to you the Australian, or at least the state-based definition of grievous bodily harm, of
Yes,
excessive
actually.
physical assault resulting in injury, and of just regular old assault? Because, well, just saying, maybe she should have. Let's go to your third week. Potentially your third crime, as they say.
I wouldn't know anything about the Commission of Crimes
What
officer,
did
outside of what I read in the Courier Mail.
No, this was you versus
Again.
a strikeout.
We see a fairly standard lead again, the Narganadel there, this time with the Zygarde. Pretty solid extreme speed play,
Yes.
if I do say so myself. But we do
You
see
do say that yourself.
fairly nefarious preparations from our opponent, and there was nothing to see there, officer. I think we can all move right past that.
Ah, well, you see. I think we can. You're right.
As you can see, any extra damage there would have thoroughly been dealt with by the
Yep.
offensive Dragon Bolt here.
Only one dart, that's acceptable. Okay, and there's the protect there, and the 1,000 arrows. Now that is appropriate to use 1,000 arrows in this position.
As we can see from the impact.
Oof. You're very protective here, I'd say, mate. You know,
just glad you
could
don't
you pause,
have
please?
the,
Could you pause the video, please? Just want to say you're feeling very protective here. I'm not accusing you of anything, but why so?
Now.
No, I'm not. Why so protective?
Ah, well, Burberry, limited edition. You don't want to squander it. My mother.
Damn
always
it!
told
What are
me
you
to,
hiding? What are you hiding? Okay, you're hiding something. What are you hiding?
Well, it's the 4th Pokemon that's in the back, officer.
Play it.
I mean, it was Tatsugiri.
I'd hide that thing too.
Sorry to hear that you feel that way, officer. I thought the Tatsugiri was very effective at cleaning up the game there, taking on that Spec-Dazzling Lean from the Golingo.
What can I say? I've never agreed with sushi.
Well, you know what they say about
Another
sushi.
win. This makes how many wins in a row? 3 wins in a row, huh?
Yes, officer.
It's very, very suspicious. Some good fortune there, I'd say.
From that incredible accounting, I can see you most certainly did not go to school in South Australia.
Unfortunately, I went to school here. I can count up to 50. And then
It's very impressive,
let's
officer.
go to number 4. This is versus a bomb. I see.
We see a very significant change up on the standard lead with the Drag Bolt line here.
Yes, this Pat Bow. We haven't seen much of, have we?
No,
dropping
so-
acid, huh? Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
It's safer than holding onto it, officer.
Oh. Thunder Wave. Disgusting.
All was lost in that misty haze, officer.
Disgusting. And then comes the Thundurus. Oh.
Well, it was my
My
supreme option,
God.
officer. I think that was quite a well-played turn from myself to be able to deal with that Iron Leaves, which is obviously quite threatening with that Terrablast Ice to a Mono Dragon team that only consists of Dragon types.
And here's the breaking swipe. I see.
Oh, he's just a bit
Son-
tired after work.
Do you mind if I ask you something? Pause this here, please. I just have a little question for you. I believe I was watching the video you released around this one, and I guess there's a couple of things in it made me sense something. Where were you in April 1996?
Oh, officer, I would have to look at my what's the thing? I have to look at my calendar to refresh myself. Obviously, that's a little bit back in time, but obviously quite an important time in Australian history. Lest we forget.
Yeah, were you on a family trip to Tasmania at the time that you don't want to talk about? You know?
Well, officer, many things happened in Tasmania at that time. I can't recall exactly what my engagement was at a given moment there. What brings 1996 to your mind at this point?
I just remember you stating that Port Macquarie was lovely. Port Arthur. Sorry, Port Arthur is lovely in 1996 in April. Just thought I'd ask that.
I think we'll continue with the tape.
This is my interview here, son, not yours, but I'll accept it. So, still a lot of protection going on here. And some kissing, a lot of yawning.
Oh, I didn't do the kissing.
You're trying to sort of do something while everyone's asleep, are you?
If need be, officer. Nothing's wrong with burning the midnight oil.
Well, you know, the Midnight Oils didn't win the Hottest 100, did it? So, Unfortunately, maybe there is something wrong with it. The midnight owls.
As you see, it's quite a longer set.
Going. Yes, this is. I guess with how you've sort of been doing this, controlling this, piloting this sort of endgame, I can really see how and why former Prime Minister Mr. Howard was in your pocket and has been for quite some time.
Well, he's a bit on in years, so he does need some assistance with transportation, and
powerful friends. That's all I'm going to say.
Been more than happy to provide that assistance. All right.
Powerful friends. Alrighty. Next one then.
All right, officer.
This is number 5 against the Friendling. The Friending?
I don't speak Belgian, officer. Sorry, it was a bit of a bit of an inappropriate play there from my my teammate.
I can see terrorism performed by yourself, but there's also counter-terrorism performed by your opponent. So, as stated in the Constitution, legally, that's fine. It's a wash. You're not going to be in any trouble. See, I'm not just accusing. I can see lenience here, you know?
You're a very benevolent figure, Your Officer Linus.
Oh, aren't I just the best?
Many have suggested.
Marshadow into... Oh, what a read. That
was a bit of a psych out, I think.
Ugh, gooey. Ugh, oh, poison. Ugh.
Yes, officer?
What sort of PPE did your Pokemon have at this time?
Well, you see, officer, I believe at this point, I believe I had a clear amulet there on the Dondozo.
A clear amulet.
Do I?
Now, I hope you understand that a clear amulet does not actually pass the Australian Personal Protective Equipment Act of 2007 anymore. It's been outdated, and as you can tell here, your Pokemon are being quite poisoned. May I ask, were appropriate anti-COVID-19 measures taken during this set and during your, your season in general? Because I've got some concerns at the moment.
Well, your officer, I can promise that my team has, at every point, always taken an utmost to ensure the safety of players, and the unfortunate reality of the workplace that they're involved in. It does result in some unfortunate periods where players may wind up being exposed in limited ways to certain hazardous substances. But I can tell you surely at the end of every set we have medical staff on standby, which make sure that they are fully recovered and at their best at the end of a set. And it's really only through providing such excellent medical support, as well as excellent moral support, to enable our team to recover. I can certainly tell you Burberry, the Dragapult, she was feeling very upset after this, had very significant full paralysis there. But we had mental support staff there, as well as a support person on hand to enable her to recover and really be able to continue performing to the best of the best, even for the game 3 of this set.
I say, look, you did get the win, but I can really do see here that pat bow that you have seems to be truly mucus is leaving its mouth, and there is no mask. Unless you're for the warning, but next time I expect to see a mask on this pat bow if they're going to be like this, and I want frequent hand washing. You understand?
All right, Your Officer. I'll ensure that in the remaining games throughout the season that Patbull, the Gudra, is de-gooified and is instead significantly less of a hazard, and hopefully that will assist in your view.
There's only 2 games left. I better see that.
Well, So as part of getting that underway, we have, of course, taken proper concerns. Papo is currently was on medical leave throughout this week.
That's good. That's good. When you're up against Jaforce.
Yeah, Jaforce is a real Jaforce in the game. So obviously this was a very high tension set for my team. We really spent a lot of time at the lab. We spent a lot of time going over different scenarios, different options. Yeah, the lab where Papo was getting degooified.
I see, the lab, huh? And is Asada aware of this? Sorry, Asda?
Asda? The British.
No, it is Asada. Asada?
Don't know what Asada is.
I believe it is the Sports Integrity Australia. Yeah, the Anti-Doping Authority. The Australian Sports Anti-Doping Authority.
I didn't realise that Labradors were considered doping.
I see that
you're telling me Labradors are considered doping now?
I just saying.
What's next? You're going to include Labradoodles?
I just play. Everything you're saying is being recorded and will be used against you. Just.
Well, you did inform me, of course, that this was on the record. This is, I think, a very.
It's not just on the record; it's on a tape. It's on a CD. It's being broadcast live to Triple J. It's
an interesting station to have chosen. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt
it's looking for more content. There's a frisk. A spinner, and there's another earthquake. There's a lot of quaking going on, I see. And then, okay, stop. I'm noticing there's a lot of frisking happening. Like a lot.
Yes.
Who do you think you are? The police?
No, of course not. Your Officer Linus.
Keep your hands to yourself, Harry Hansy. That's my job. Continue.
You see, as you can see, all allegations have been made against me are misleading. Obviously, it's my opponent who is engaging in nasty plots.
Just because one person commits a crime doesn't mean another person isn't committing a crime. Just noting that little attempt of subterfuge down. More frisking.
As I mentioned, officer, I have confirmed with the team following your advice, and I don't anticipate that you'll be seeing any frisking in this in the last game of the set.
And a missed broken spirit. Your party shot.
Well, I think it really is imperative of me.
Damage. Oh, and that is a rough critical hit.
Yeah, it's really imperative of me in my team to ensure that play is working for me as well as the rest of the team around. And frankly, at some extent, the players on opposing teams aren't suffering from broken spirits. I think that morale is really important in this game. That's why we take the game so seriously.
Personally, just watching this video, I feel like we may need to go and ask that Jaforce a couple of questions as well. Because I've got some...
I wouldn't know anything about any nasty plots that are underway. But as you can see, the
that's how it always is with you, isn't it?
As you can see, the Tatsugiri is, I mean, my opponent has been quite well served in the room.
More frisking. I thought you said you'd put a stop to it.
I said this is last week. Your Officer Linus.
And it's just the screen saw.
And as you
muddying
can see,
the waters a little bit. I see.
Yes, I apologise, Your Officer. I'll have to speak to that Tatsugiri after the game to ensure it's making sure that there are only clean waters in compliance with all appropriate standards.
Yep, and this Executor, I mean, we all know it is impersonating the greatest Executor set of all time. But, you know, there's no crime for impersonating on this level, is there? So there should be.
Well,
Next.
your officer, I'm sure you could bring that up with your local member of parliament. But if there is no crime, I would like to continue on to the 7th tape.
You may.
Alright. And we see the end of days. Truly a nightmare matchup. Very difficult position. But luckily, I really believe in my team, and I think we'll be able to make our way through it.
I see Kuchi and... Gosh. A turn 1 underweight. Are you a terrorist?
At no point have I engaged in acts of terror, nor do I intend to engage in acts of terror. It was just a simple method of speed control.
Are you proud of yourself? As paralysis?
I'd say
Darkrai may never
largely-
be able to walk again.
I would say more largely the focus of the pride is on my team for being able to put in a really consistent performance here. I think that they really went all out, and I think you'll find that it's only through their hard work and preparation that we've been able to succeed.
Who do you think you are, huh? You think you're the next Stephen Bradbury? Is that who you think you are?
I believe that I am ManciniTheAmazing, as it says in the title of the channel.
Sorry, I just completely forgot who I was interviewing for a second there.
So, officer, as you can see, incredible hard work and perseverance from my team is what has allowed us to push through this team. I hope this puts to bed any outstanding myths or rumours or concerns. I'd just like to refer you to the statistics of chart of how my team has been performing this season. As you can see, it is through overcoming serious issues with facing rogue knockouts, opposing nonsense terrors, and through sheer effort and goodwill that my team has managed to put in such an incredible performance this season. I think it's appropriate for players to respect that there. And as you can see, really I've demonstrated how dragon types are not to be underestimated within the context of VGC. They're very strong, able to keep up offensive positioning as well as have those later game win conditions. We've certainly seen that throughout this season as we looked at through the recap games. Were there any outstanding questions, officer?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I've seen from these things. I have seen 7 very, very dodgy games. Games that I have some significant concerns about, but unfortunately, what we don't have is the ability to charge you for it. But I guess we've been beating around the bush. I've got to ask you the question we've all been asking, because there's been a lot of reports around fake dragon types. So I'm just going to say it, okay? Is Ampharos a dragon type?
I'm sorry, officer. This entire time, I was deceiving the players. I was deceiving the rest of the team. Mega Evolution, sadly, is not real. Ampharos is actually just an electric type. Please spare the players, bro. Please spare Ampharos. He was doing it to get money to be able to rebuild a lighthouse.
Unfortunately, at this point, I am taking you into custody. You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say and do can and will be used against you in court. And if anyone wants to stop Electric ManciniTheAmazing from being arrested, they better like, comment, and subscribe right now. Otherwise, they will not get bail. They will not be able to feed their kids. They will not be able to make gravy for the family come Christmas.
Alright, copper. I guess I better get a lawyer, son.